Hey friends, it's Brittany and Ink and Papyrus. How are you? Hey, I have a couple of blank pages left in my faux etched metal, aka aluminum foil journal. And I have a couple of really fun layout ideas in mind, and I was hoping you would stay for a little while, craft with me, and help me finish up this journal. So as you can see, guys, this thing is getting super chunky, and I do kind of like my journals this way, but I'm so guilty of constantly, I don't know, I usually add too many pages to each signature and underestimate the kinds of decorating I do and how much bulk it's going to add to my journal. So today I want to focus on some layouts that aren't going to add a whole lot more bulk to the journal. So this first layout, I think we're going to do with some embellishments and doodling. I have these embellishments are printed on copy paper and shouldn't add a whole lot of bulk. So we're going to incorporate them instead of doing a mixed media layout where I would typically use fabric and other things like that that would maybe add bulk to the journal. We're just going to stick with these thin little embellishments I have. And since we have Cupid here, our cute little girl dressed up as Cupid, I think I want to stick to the Cupid theme. So how are you guys doing today? I hope you're well. What are you working on? Or what projects are you working on? Oh, these are cute. Little Cupid. Maybe we'll just add just a couple of simple embellishments and have this be primarily a journaling page. That would be nice. Oh, this is Cupid. Oh, this is Cupid mailing a letter. Let's do this. Add. I have an idea here. Cupid mailing a letter. I have some postal themed embellishments. As you can see, I went a little crazy with the digital images. I found so many cute digital image kits this year and went crazy and cut out like, I can't even tell you how many images. Too many. Okay, this is really cute. XOXO Valentine stamps. That's really cute. Okay. Just like some simple, relaxing crafting today. And almost, I'm gonna have Cupid kind of like popping out from this. Like it kind of looks like Cupid's delivering the message, you know? That's really cute. Gonna let Cupid pop off the page a little bit. By airmail. I think we're going to add, I have some cool stamps here. So I think that would make for a really nice trim. Stamping is another way to decorate a page without adding a whole lot of bulk. It's one of my favorite ways. Let's get this down better. I also have these little, what do you call these? Not tags, but these kind of, to me, it's like it signifies the start of writing or the start of something. So this might prompt somebody to journal here, which is kind of what I'm going for. So that's cool. And I have, obviously it's got Cupid's bow on it. so I have these stamps. Let's go ahead and create like a trim. Stamp all these cool, unique looking stamps. We could do pink, we could do, why don't we use, I have this aged mahogany. Kind of goes well with Cupid theme, right? We're just going to stamp all the way down and create some trim. And I don't have much of an edge here, but I kind of like that when we do some stamping off the page. I think it gives it some depth. Yeah, I love that. Nashville, cool. I wonder if these were real designs, like real stamps at one point. That would be really cool. Let's get some different shapes on there. Hussey's Bank. Sound shady. Sounds shady to me. Okay. Go over my fingers. Let's see. Nothing crazy. This is definitely not my best stamping job, but I kind of like the sloppy look. Gives it character. Perfect. Not perfect, but that's kind of what I'm going for here. Alright, so we have a, why don't we outline this? So we have a postal themed Cupid layout. I'm liking this. Just to give it a little character. Make it pop. Okay, and I think, oops, I hate when I do that. Mess it up. Now we gotta shade the whole thing. Now it kind of looks, I don't know. Oh. Okay, we'll call it shadowing. It's okay. It's okay. I gotta draw and write in my journals more often. I have gobs and gobs and gobs of pens and markers. And actually, I want to create some inks with some of the, especially some of the dried up ones that I don't use anymore. I want to create some inks with you guys. That's been a project on my list for a while. We haven't played around with alcohol inks much, have we? I want to make it a point to use those. And I've broke out my jelly pad more times in the last couple of weeks than I ever have. So that's good. It's one of my New Year's resolutions, to play around with supplies that I haven't really touched. Or at least that I don't quite feel comfortable yet. But I don't use a whole lot. Alright, So we kind of, okay, I'm good with this. Let's let this dry for a second. Okay, so stamping and embellishments that are thin, just paper embellishments, digital images, great way to do a layout and not add a whole lot of bulk. This is supposed to be, so this is a Gelli print I did from a magazine image transfer. You can kind of see Estee Lauder. The first part of the Gelli print I think came out even better. You can see most of her face, and I like the colors. So I decided to turn this into a fashion page. I have some faux or some paper buttons. I did a video on these. If you're interested, I will include the link above and in the description box. But I was kind of wondering what else we could add to this without adding a whole lot of bulk. I do like the fashion themed layout. How the stamp fits of a dress. These are Stampers Anonymous mini blueprints. I have some thread, sewing machine. Why don't we do the dress here? This dress, that might be cool. Here's my black suit. Black suit. Kind of seems appropriate with the buttons. I don't know how well this is gonna show up. If it doesn't show up as well as we want, we can maybe accentuate a couple of things. Color it in, paint it in, outline it with our charcoal pencil. Oh, that came out quite nice. Okay. I can clearly see that. And if you have excess ink on your stamp, a great way, if you think it's probably too light to stamp again, just take a scrap piece of paper, wet it down a little bit, and then put that paper right over it. That wasn't so great. I didn't get the whole stamp on there. But just gives it, you can get another couple of stamps on it. It'll give you a blurry sort of image, but nevertheless something pretty cool, I think. Okay. All right, so we got that dry. Let's see. What else? I have a couple of pockets here I haven't filled yet. Maybe put a couple pieces of little ephemera in here that somebody could journal on. I don't know how little that is. Oh, that's okay. To my Valentine. Oh, that's cute. Flatten that out. Okay. Alright, what shall we do with this page? Why don't we... Let's just doodle a little bit. I have some watercolors in front of me. This is a perfect way to do some journaling, decorate some pages, and not add a whole lot of bulk. It doesn't have to be anything fancy at all. This is pink and floral themed, so why don't we let's add some color to it. Nothing serious. These are my Yasutomo watercolors. They're very shimmery. I love them. Love, love, love. And just Nothing crazy, just to add some flowers. I can't paint, but you know, these shimmery watercolors are so pretty. I think if you just put a little bit of paint down on the page, it'll automatically look pretty. Let's go in and use, I'm gonna use some purple. Okay, let's see. It's just so pretty. So we're just gonna use different brushes and different techniques to make the petals, and then they'll all kind of have their own character, their own flair. So I'm just pressing this brush. It's a little watery, not getting as much pigment as I would like. So I'm not going to add any more water to that. Okay. We could make them all purple. We could add some pink. Let's add some pink. Okay. I'm just going to go in and add a little bit more pigment. If it gets too watery, you can kind of pop it up a little bit. I don't mind when it drips a little bit, because I think it kind of just makes the flower almost look like it's blossoming. I'm going to use a smaller, different styled brush. And let me get some of this red, orange. This brush isn't a whole lot different than the others, but different enough. I think we could get some different petals out of it. So I'm just dropping and dragging, dropping and dragging. Ooh, that's a beautiful color. Dropping, dragging, dropping, dragging. Okay. Why don't we use yet another paintbrush to get a different effect here. Look at this bad boy. And you don't have to use just one brush per flower. You can use different ones. Okay. Especially with these other ones, like we could come in here and with this smaller one. We can combine colors. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, what should we do with that orange? I think it would look beautiful with some gold. Let's add some gold in here. Okay. And this other one over here. What should we do with this one? Why don't we add, I don't know, so maybe some pink? Would that look weird? I don't know, I'm gonna try it. And we'll just kind of twist. I'd say these are like some of my favorite watercolors. I just love the shimmer. And actually I had brought up utilizing some of my old markers and pens to create alcohol inks. You kind of just, and I've made my own alcohol inks with other things before. But I've never used an old marker, and I got that from Natasha at Treasure Books. I love her stuff, and she did a video on creating alcohol inks, and she used dried up markers and chopped the insides off and put it in a bottle. So I want to try that, but I also noticed just the water from actually cleaning my brushes when I use these watercolors is so shimmery and pretty. I actually wanted to turn some of that old watercolor stuff. Obviously, if you use several different colors, it's gonna look like mud, but when you clean off your brush after just like one color, just like the red, like when you first clean your brushes, for example, from this like red or pink, it's like stunning. So we'll have to do that soon. So pretty. What do you think? This is definitely no bulk page, right? So I'm going to be really bad. I am not going to wait for this to dry. I'm just going to put my paper towel over this to mop up whatever might leak and move on. But you know, the other thing you could do is like make little doodle designs with like liquid pearls or stickles on the petals. That might look really pretty. But what do you think? It's so easy, so pretty. And if you use light colors, you could actually probably, when this dries, do some journaling over it. That might look really pretty. Okay, so we're gonna move along for the sake of time, but don't do this. Let it dry. I don't know. I use this as, I made a belly band. I want to do some more to it, but I think I'm gonna add some liquid pearls. Something I don't want to wait for it to dry. I'm going to come back to this. So we've used copy paper printed embellishments, some stamping, some watercolors. The other thing I love to put on paper that does not add any bulk is washi tape. So I'm just going to add a couple of these washi taped stamps. I love this. And always back your washi tape with glue if you want it to stay. This is my favorite. I love these washi stamps. They're amazing. Okay. Washi stamps, and if we did 3 on the front, we're going to do 3 on the back. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is a great way to not add bulk to a journal. I don't know about you, but I cannot stand having a single blank page in my journal. So it starts filling up and I'm just like, oh my gosh, what do I do? I don't have any room, but it's blank. Okay, I'm gonna leave this alone for now. I have this on the vellum. This just fell off. I had these pinned on. If you want to look, if you're interested in the video of how I made these shaker envelopes, I will put that above and link it in the description box as well. These are so much fun. This is like the prettiest tissue paper I've ever seen. I love this so much. And that's what I Mod Podged on to make this shaker. Alright, let's pin this on. Here's an idea. So this was a Gelli print this was a wrapping paper magazine, or sorry, wrapping paper magazine. It's not a wrapping paper magazine, it's just wrapping paper. An image transfer that I got the outside print of the flowers, but none of the detail inside the flowers came through. So I went over the shadow of the flowers with some gelato. I think it improved the image. There's still more I want to do inside the flowers, but I'm just gonna hold that thought for now. I sewed around, like slow stitched around this paper. So why don't we make this like a sewing theme paper? What can we do? We have some stamps. We have this thread. I'm gonna make a layout out of this. Thread and scissors. Okay. Yes, I do have a stamping block, but I find when the journal gets really chunky, trying to fit that stamping block in there and that little, when it's like, oof, is very difficult. Okay. Why don't, so I actually save, I have been saving thread, the ends of the thread, the excess that I cut off for a project. What project? I don't know. But I've been saving them. What if we just put some thread on here? Maybe tie some bows? I don't know what that would look like. Let's try it. Or what if we just kind of like bird's nest them in the middle of the page? That might look cool. You tie a bow like over it again. We can actually add some texture this way and not add a whole lot of bulk. Essentially no bulk because they're so thin. Is that weird? And we could still have some room to journal on here if we want. Glue stick. Okay. So we have this. I would add a button here, but obviously the goal is to really not add bulk. We could add a paper button. Ooh, what if we add paper buttons? Little bird's nest of randomness. Okay. What other sewing themed? Have any sewing themed? No, not really. These are the watercolor distress papers we made back in the video. I think it was creative ways to break a blank page or some kind of layout video. I will try and link all related videos above and in the description box. If we find, I have this whole box of scraps. I think I have some paper buttons left. Oh, I found one. Look at this paper button. Oh, perfect. Yes. All right, let's, I love this. Ooh, and then why don't we put some other thread or like embroidery floss through these holes. Again, really we're adding a button, a quote-unquote button, not adding any bulk. I'm just putting this cording through it to give it that effect, that added effect. Right? Okay, I'm just gonna tie a little knot here. We will do trim this, trim. Oops. Okay, a little button there. Oh, I love that. And we still can add a poem or saying or something there in that blank space, but still do some journaling. Those empty threads. Okay. And not adding much bulk. I'm loving that, loving that. If we wanted, we could accentuate it by kind of outlining it or doing something like that. Why don't we put some gold luster on it? How about that? I'm looking for my vintage gold gilding paste, gilding wax. Can never think of the right term. I don't know. Metallic wax. Okay, wax. I'm just gonna go around the button with a little bit of gold. Make it shimmery and pretty. And we'll also go around the button. We can kind of pop off the page a little bit. All right, look at that, an impromptu sewing layout. I think it's pretty. And that took like no pre-planning, not a whole lot of work. That was just fun. Okay. So we've done some stamping. I had my stencils out. That's one of my other favorite ways to not add bulk. However, I just don't have my stencils out right now. Let's let that dry for a second. I'm looking at what other little embellishments I have over here. I made this little Valentine. I have these like little sweet things. Just some embellishments that were like your sweet sweetie pie, some ice cream. I thought that was cute. Why don't we add these? I think these are adorable. I will link the digital images that I used for this journal in the description box in case you're interested. I did manage to scoop up a lot of cute ones this year. Most of them I got off Etsy. Some of the printables I got off. I have a subscription to the Graphics Berry. Hi Sugar. Oh, it's so cute. Let's be Valentine's. I'm just collaging here. Not a whole lot of thought or fuss going into this. Sweet pie. Sometimes I like overlapping things. For sure. Oh, that's really cute. And I would really like to put this on the page somewhere. Maybe I'll save this for a different page, but this is so cute. I don't want to get it all mucked up with glue. I'll find a place for it. I'll probably clip it to this page once this is all done drying. So guys, this was really fun. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope I inspired you and gave you some ideas as to some layouts you can do when your journal is bulking up. This was great for me, and I am so close to finishing this bad boy, and when I do, I will be doing a full flip through. So keep an eye out for that. That will be coming up soon. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you found value in this and enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. My videos come out on Monday and Fridays, and I can't wait to see you the next time.